Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, Monday evening, and as every week we are going to play the biggest Checkers arena online in the application provided by CC Games. Checkers online application that has been downloaded over 100 million times. My name is Damian Reszka, I am your host, of course, of those streams, and I hope that we will have a nice time here. So this arena will last 90 minutes, and here up ahead from me you can see the timer that counts down to the arena end. So 90 minutes of play, and as you can see on the screen from my phone, this application gives us arena start in 3 minutes and 40 seconds, and I hope to collect some players from the chat, and we will be facing each other, analyzing those games and trying to increase to develop our level. So it's been a while since I have won this arena for the last time, so as I always tell you, I'll try to make it a bit better. Danek, hello, Ibzo, lead draft streaming please, soon it will be, but not possible right now. Because on Mondays, all the time, we are playing here in this application, of course. And we are having a good time, because never it is possible to collect so many players in lead drafts. Unfortunately, of course, as this is the portal for more experienced players than in this application, because in this app, during the weekends, there are thousands of players. There are thousands of players playing. So tonight we are of course here to play this application, my dear. Arena will start in 2 minutes and 30 seconds, so it is the high time to register in it, so we can open it. And you can see that already, just nearly 3 minutes before the start, there is 117 players registered, and will be playing international rules on 64 square boards. And let's join. You've joined, okay. Can we see the ranking already? Yes, we can. So we can see that we have the players from Brazil, Russia, Argentina. And this is let me think. This is not Armenia? No, it's not Armenia. This is some stan, but not Uzbekistan. I forgot this flag, come on. That's a good lesson of geography. This is Africa probably, but I don't know this flag as well. Then we have Brazil again, France, Spain, Uzbekistan here for sure, Israel. Is it Paraguay? This is Paraguay perhaps. Poland, so this will be Romania. Portugal, Great Britain, etc. So you can see how many players are playing. This is Angola perhaps on the place number 32. 1 minute and few seconds till the arena start, and as always we'll be playing against top players, and among them you can recognize world champion, two-time world champion Natalia Sadowska, and perhaps she will be my first opponent of the night, because once I am having quite a high elo, you know how it is. Most of the times I am just paired against the player who has similar elo to me. So in this case it can be Natalia again. How many board games do you usually play, Dr. Ogas? How many games? You mean how many variants? Most of the times I play Brazilian 64 drafts, as well international, and sometimes American checkers, and if I have an occasion then I play also Turkish, because you know it's fun trying some other variants. How much players from any country can play in European Championship from each country? You know, I don't know, honestly. If you mean youth tournament, then 4 players out of country, but I don't know about the seniors one held in Chianciano Terme in Italy. I don't know that. And Ibzo, your videos helped me a lot from Senegal. Babasy, yeah, Babasy is a legend, and in one of my Polish videos I was talking about him, and I just want to bring you some more international content, so it will be possible for you to get to the content that I was creating for years, because I was running my Polish language channel from 2019, and now, as you might know, I am more interested in providing international content. So my first opponent is someone, 1891 ELO and 1867 victories, quite a lot. Quite a lot. And love game, I participated in tournament through websites, so I mean that you probably used checkers.online website, yeah? Yeah, because it is also possible. If you are playing via checkers.online, it is also possible. Okay, so this is the kind of positions that I don't like, honestly, and perhaps I will try to make this exchange, because otherwise I think it would be quite easy for my opponent to get some advantage surrounding me. And this is something I don't like. So he exchanges now, just not to have this checker on the square number 4 blocked. And how to improve my position? Perhaps I will try with building this column. Always keep in mind to build structures and columns like I am trying to do right now. That's quite a nice move he played. And what can I do now? Perhaps this is a bit risky, because this column now stopped working. And the question is how good my opponent is. You never know after the first moves. Oh, and that's a good move actually, because he wants to lock my left wing to play 10 to 14, and after such move I could have some problems, and honestly I can't avoid it, because if I tried to go to 15, then he sacrifices 1 and collects 3. So that could be problematic right now. So I will try to play this move, and probably this will happen, 10 to 14. And I will think of going 19 to 15 maybe. Oh, that's quite interesting. That's quite interesting. Can I exchange back now? Make this exchange and exchange back. Is it possible or not? Because that gives me more flexibility in my position. By then I don't know how can I use it, and after attack I will just move away 19 to 15 perhaps, or maybe even going to 15 directly from 18 would be possible. Something to calculate, my dear viewers. On the chat you can see message from the Nightbot that you can join us downloading this app and playing with me, with us, and I'm afraid that my opponent is disconnected. I don't want to win games that way, so please reconnect and finish that game, as you have probably the better position right now. It's not the way how I would like to win games, but what can I do? What can I do? 2 points on my account, and on the scoreboard you can see, of course, the results between me and my opponents. So home score is going to 2 points, and my opponents are waiting for the first point to get. But you know how it is, I always lose some points. There is so many good players that it is not possible to win all the games, and even winners of this arena lose points somehow, somewhere. So this time it is French opponent, this Pirate Parrot, and this guy is having 1486 ELO and has 266 victories. Okay. So I was editing one short today, and there was a game of mine that after checking my opponent's ELO I thought that okay, I'm the favorite one in this game and probably I will be winning it, and then I lost it, so you never know. That's a quite tricky move, because now probably I can't cover this gap going from 25, because there will be something like a novice cup in international drafts, sacrificing here and then 9-14, and my opponent would go to 25, and I of course didn't want it. So I try to lock him, and if he goes 9 to 13, perhaps I will be forced to go to 17 then. That's something I could try to play. And he goes for that, so I go to 17. Okay, that's an interesting one. So definitely he wants to go further. The question is if I can use it somehow already. If I can or if I can't. Because, you know, this attack to 14 is to be checked, but after he covers, unfortunately I don't see any good continuation, because he can just attack, but there could be something, you know? There could be something. But I don't have a free tempo, because after he attacks and takes, I would like to have the time to sacrifice to 14, but how to make it? I don't see a free tempo. It's too risky, I guess, you know? It looks nice, but it's too risky, probably. So I go here, and this is the move that I expected. And what now? It looks like his position is awful, but actually I don't have an idea how to use it. I don't have an idea how to use it. What are the signs that indicate that you are in a position where you have to calculate every possible move? I mean tactical or critical. You know what? After playing few hundreds thousands of games or millions of games, it's like intuition, you know, at some point. Because you have development phase in the checkers game, where you must just bring your pieces from edges to the central part. And after the development phase ends, you are trying to look for some calculation options, of course. And just now, for example, if there is an occasion to attack this piece, for example with this move 23 to 19, I must check it, but after this attack my opponent would just give 15 to 18, I would take, and then he would go 13 to 17, there would be an exchange 2 for 2. And for me right now, this exchange is nothing good, I guess. But there will be a really nice forcing possible after this move 1 to 6, or here 3 to 7. This is even better. This is even better. So I hope that my opponent will not exchange it, and I am a bit naive here, but I just want to show you something. So I play here to attack, to force him to cover this gap 7 to 10. Then I would have a combination, and once again you don't see the display. Oh, unfortunately he sees it. Let me refresh the display, I don't know how it breaks sometimes. Now you can see it, so he did not block as I wanted, he makes this exchange. So this is a simplification that I didn't want, but still, this checker standing on 4 is a really weak one, yeah? And this could be, for example, the weak point that I could try at least to use. And I don't know yet if I want to play with this 27 to 24 or to 23, because those two options might be possible. Oh, I have 8 seconds only. Okay, so I needed to make my decision sooner, and this is the time when I start not to like my position, actually. I must exchange it. I don't like my position right now. I tried to use some weaknesses, and I will be trying to get a draw in this game. Okay, he attacks, so I exchange back. It can be actually not bad for me. I mean, the draw should be secured right now, because after this move 7 to 10 I attack and he goes to majority 17 to 22, and that will be a draw. But otherwise, if he is not using it, this 17-22 move, he might have some troubles. So he didn't take it. I go to a king, I will be the first one there. Yeah, but still it is... Oh, why is this sacrifice made? I will attack this piece as well, and I will attack this one once more. And if he escapes to 19, he loses, because I go to 12. So he must give me one checker here, that's right. And when I have an occasion to cross this line of double line, I will take it. And this 3 against 1 endgame is a winning one. So it will take me some moves, but it's a winning one, of course. I'm just progressing to the next king, and after I will have 3 kings, I will show you how it is to win this endgame. Because this is one of the most classic ones, and everyone must know it. Everyone just must know it. But now I have an occasion to win it even faster, you know, because I will block my opponent's king on the triple line here, but not to make any misclicks here. Yep, and now I sacrifice my piece. And now I can close 2 lines of my opponent's king. And this is a really nice and quick way of winning it. So after a tough game, I have a victory. Okay, I will not wait till my elo is calculated, and I will just try to look another opponent. Rory, nice game, thank you very much. So my game of state of game is now 4 points and my opponent still null. Let's go with another one. So now I am playing against Israeli guy who has 2. This is the guy that I played against last time. And he is extremely strong. His elo is 20, 45. This is the variation that I played against him, I think, the last time. So he has 269 victories and elo of 2045, and he plays already the continuation that I don't like that much. So I played a draw against him last week, and he was in top 3, I guess. So this guy plays extremely good. That will be challenging. I try to be more active on the left wing, as probably if he would have the possibility he would try to go to 14 to attack me. So I try to hold him with that. Wow, beautiful, thank you very much. That idea of blocking opponent's king was a really nice one, classic one. But even more beautiful would be if he didn't lose with that, and he forced me to this 3 kings against 1 king endgame, because this is very technical. Normally, according to the rules, you have 15 moves to capture your opponent's 1 king, and many people don't know it, because in a perfect way of defense, it takes you 12 moves out of 15 to capture opponent's king. So this is a really nice technical one. And that is something that I would like to show you. Okay, I have the possibility of going here to bring this edge piece to the center, so I will take it. Otherwise, I would let my opponent to go here, 23 to 18. And this is something that I didn't want, because that would make his position progressing, yeah? And lock this my edge piece on 12. Now I think I have a bit better position, but still a long way to go. Okay, interesting way of development this wing. This one is hanging piece, yeah? It doesn't create any structure, any formation. So my opponent tries tried to go this 21-17 to be more active in the central part. And that's interesting, you know, that's interesting right now. I'll try to go with this move. There were two candidate moves for me, I guess. One was exchange 15-19 and the second one was here. Now he can't exchange 23-19 because there will be this combination 10-14 waiting for him. And I don't know what he's going to play. If this move is possible, 23-18, then I can go to 5 and make this exchange 9-14. So he plays here, and that could be an option for me to try at least to somehow lock this his wing. I'll go here, and the question is if he is going to exchange here 23-19, and I don't know if it would not be a good idea then to attack 11-15, just to bring some checkers from one side to another. Okay, he's not playing that. So what to play now? What to play now? Maybe here to 15 to invite him to make this exchange 23-19, because then this 14-18 will be possible. As you can see, I am still holding this formation, this column 1-6-10, because I think it can play a role in this game still. Okay, so he is going that direction, then I will move there as well. This is the move I can expect? No, something different is chosen. So will he try to play 23-19? Or can I attack now to 18? Or not? Keep it up. I'll try. Pull shots. Hello. I try to keep it up, but how? This can be risky. Okay, I'll try to play here. So still, I'm holding some structures, but I think this move is coming, 23-19. It looks like the best one in this position. Okay. If he goes for this exchange, not that bad actually, but I must still carry this column 7-14. Oh, I have some sub, Adamix Kun, thank you very much for joining the Checkers Online TV Twitch channel, because of course live we are on two platforms, on Twitch and on YouTube as well. So now I go here, and if he is going to block it, what? He's going for that? Oh, actually it's not bad, but it's a draw probably. Or not. Okay, I have one piece more, but to make it a draw, I must somehow not let him to take many of my checkers pieces. So what will be a good option to do it? I'll try to do it that way. And that's a draw. Because now I make this sacrifice. If he takes to 17, then I go to the king, and if he takes back, then I go 15-18, take 1 for 1. And that's a draw. My opponent has offered a draw, I accepted, and here it is. I have 5 points and my opponents have 1 point. And I don't know if you saw it, but leader of this arena already has 13 points. How is it possible? How is it possible? I'm just too high rated probably. David it is, multiple winner that sometimes was cheating, and I know that he is not cheating against me anymore. Adrian, hey, hello. So let me see what David will be playing against me in this opening. This is the famous opening in Brazilian checkers because it's called exchanging back. I don't know its English name. Okay, so this is the opening that we play many times, and David is not developing his right wing. He's not used to making that, and after this move probably I will try to develop my left wing with this exchange. And one thing that I know is that David will play fast, because he always does. He plays fast all the time, and thanks to that he is collecting so many points in these arenas. That's an interesting move. Don't know if that is a good one or not. And can I go further to 15 right now? Or it will be too risky? Perhaps too risky right now. So it looks good for me, despite the fact that David has so many victories. And it looks for me good, because after this move, this is the one of the last moves to make. I play here. He goes here, and now he has only two moves actually to make, 10 to 15 and 11 to 15, and this move will work for me, this one, because after this one, after this one I have this combination prepared, so I force him to exchange back, and then I sacrifice 2 for 2. So this is a nice way of winning this game actually. This is a nice way of winning it. Now I can attack from behind, perhaps even. I don't see any threat going on. If it was my turn, I would capture 2 and he would capture my king, but you know, in checkers you must make a move. Oh, there is another capture of my king, so that one I didn't see, but I still have 1 piece more, so it should be enough to win this game. I play here now to somehow threat him to develop still in this position. Interesting move. I could have made it better, of course. Still, it will be a winning one, but maybe it will last a bit longer, because that way he can get to a king, but I think there is no way I can stop him from making a king. So he must sacrifice, and I take the main diagonal. So here we have another option to show you 3 kings against 1 king endgame, but... oh, okay. So he knows this is a lost position and he will not be playing that, so... multiple arena winner David is beaten right now. And I can update the scoreboard, and now I have 7 points against 1 point of my opponent. And who will be my next opponent? 25 minutes already have passed? Time flies too fast here. Let's go, let's go. Who will be my next opponent? So this is how I play, you can see it straight from my phone screen. Retry finding an opponent. And the last one was actually quite a nice game. And here it is! A game against world champion. This is something that you can experience playing in this application. So Natalia Sadowska, world champion 2016 and world champion 2018 is my opponent right now. If I will see that move, okay, there is not the move that I expected, because that would probably lead to a draw line. Ooh, how aggressive she is. How aggressive our Natalia is! Come on! Come on, how aggressive she is. So, there is no way that I can't let her to go to the central part of the board right now. I'll build this column and she will exchange here, of course. 24 to 19. And here it is played, and I will attack, and I must exchange this outpost because otherwise it will be too strong. Otherwise it would be too strong, but the question is... 1, 2, 3, 4, okay. I think there is no better continuation in such position. So trying to simplify a bit and develop steel. I hope there is no combination with such sacrifice, but perhaps there is not. And now she gives me a difficult choice to make. You know what? I'll play this move. So at first I was thinking of exchanging it to 10 to 14, but now maybe I can somehow try at least to freeze her out. This could be risky, going 2 to 6, she goes there to 24, and I can't make this exchange. 13 to 17 to 15, take 2, she takes, I take, and she attacks, and if I go she makes 1 for free. That would be a nice variation to play, that would be really nice. So what can I do? What can I do? You know what? I won't try to make it too simple. But the question is, if she goes to 24, perhaps I can't go 2 to 7. She is playing strange. So now she wants me to play 2 to 7 because there is this majority combination that she tries to make. This is how Natalia is playing. Okay, that's definitely the position to calculate, but I don't have much time on it. She has nearly 2 minutes more than me right now. And we are killing ourselves that way, because we are spending a lot of time on our games, and that time other players get more and more points, and it's difficult to chase them in the standings. This is how arena works, but what can I play? Okay, I'll go here to avoid all those combination possibilities. And I think that gives me the best possible position to play, and the most flexible one, definitely. So I try to do my best again in this game against Natalia. So if after my move 2 to 7, will she try to attack here 18 to 15, just to try to zugzwang me somehow? But then I can exchange forwards. And maybe I will have some chances. Or I won't. There is a risk of not having structures in this position. She goes for that? Seriously? Oh, because there is this exchange, I forgot. I was too hurried with that. I was too hurried with that. Because without that, maybe that could be winning somehow. There is a majority, of course, and I must take those 3 checkers. So it will be probably a draw here, here, here. No, not yet. She will be mad on me. She will be mad. Yeah, but that's a draw. Will she accept? So this time it's a draw against world champion Natalia Sadowska. And my place is 13th and her place is 19th. Okay, so that's the reason why she played fast. So that's the reason. So I have 8 and my opponents have 2. Still, third part of this arena is gone already and we have 58 minutes to play, to try to collect more and more points here. Russian opponent this time, 891 victories and elo of 1693, and he is waiting with his first move. There were some games where my opponent did not play 2 times in a row. That was the Brazilian guy perhaps. And you know what? This is the 5th game. 6-1. This is the 6th game of this stream. And the first time that my opponent lets me to go to attack the central position, yeah? Normally, it was like every second game I was playing this plan. But now, something totally different is played during all the games. Okay, so my opponent has this gap. That's interesting one. That's interesting one, definitely. This is the plan that I have never seen, perhaps, in Brazilian checkers. So will he be trying to go all the way to the edges, or what? Because building this structure, which is called the fork, could be good, but if it can use somehow exchanges. But the question is how he wants to use it right now. And I make this exchange, and this one could be a weak one, because if he goes 5 to 9 I will just attack. And what he wants to play here? This exchange. Okay, so I just don't want my opponent to develop, so I take here, he takes back, and I can think of going to 14, but then he will play 12 to 16 and exchange back, and it will be tough for me to re-get this central position. So you know what, I think perhaps this move will be even better. Now I make some nice threats of making a breakthrough and going to the king. Okay, and after this one it's quite simple, because I can even make this exchange. And even though he exchanges here, that's right, he does that, I just get better position, because I play here, he goes here perhaps to 16, that's right, I play here, yep, and I can go there. And now those 3 checkers are holding 4 of his checkers. And it will be necessary for him to sacrifice this one, 5 to 9, because what else to play? Or perhaps go to 11 and then sacrifice 2, but it'd still be winning for me. And this, after sacrifice 5 to 9 and going 15 to 18, will be won nicely by me, because I will just sacrifice this checker and cut his other 2 on the double line and win that game. Do you play in this arena? You just watch or what? If you are watching, don't forget to follow the channel Checkers Online TV if you are watching on Twitch, and subscribe if you are watching on YouTube. And my YouTube channel is growing rapidly. because the last two videos, that one was about the game of Natalia against Elena Chesnakova, played in Riga, and the second one was Is Checkers Simple and Soft, and that was the video that is displayed really nice. Was and is. Okay, so, my dear, I don't want you to go to 27, because I think that somehow I could be able to win it directly from this position. But how? Is it possible or not? Maybe it is not. Oh, it's not winning if he exchanges that. Come on. He takes the main diagonal. And will be a draw. So I'm lucky this time. I was hoping for that, but it was a draw endgame. It was a draw, but you must keep fighting till the very end of the game. Here it is, the victory. But I totally forgot the fact that once he will exchange one of my pieces, it will be a draw. So I have 10 points and I play against opponent from Southern America, Uruguay, and perhaps another attacking game for me. I'll try to go for it. If I have an occasion, then I try to take this square under control. You know that already. What? Perhaps my opponent thinks she is playing American checkers where I could not play take backwards. But in Brazilian, and Brazil is of course closer to Uruguay than American, than USA, then my opponent should know it. So that was obviously a mistake. Let's try to progress in the central part of the board. Okay, so now all those checkers are locked on the right side. I woke up today extremely early, because I woke up at 4 AM, and right now in Poland it is 8:38. So it means that I am online for 16 hours, nearly 17. Quite a lot. I feel quite exhausted right now, but today for many hours I was preparing the new video on the YouTube channel, and it will be another very important, extremely important video. And I can tell you its title, because its title will be Is Checkers Better Than Chess? That will be the clickbait. But in that video I will present 5 different areas according to which actually checkers are better than chess. With all due respect to chess and chess players. And I hope that you will be watching it and enjoying it. What if opponent keep moving and not agree for a draw? You know what? The draw will be automatically set after 25 moves or something. Because I know they worked on this, because I've sent to developers of this application or the official rules about the draw. Because normally if you have, for example, the main diagonal and your opponent has even 3 kings, it should be the draw after 5 moves. But it's not implemented fully. So you just have to make some moves till the automatic draw. But it can take up to 25 moves without captures, so only moves with a king. Another 2 points, another opponent to look for. 12 plays and 12 points, so the 12 is my number today, at least at this moment. So this opponent was found quickly. He is from Brazil, so another game against South American citizen. You know already that this checkers is really popular. I can't agree for a draw. I must play. I enjoy playing, and I hope you enjoy as well, so don't offer a draw on the first move. So what I started to say, this kind of checkers is of course very popular in Brazil. My opponent tries to control edges. Oh, I would be punished with some combination because I wanted to play 4 to 8 and my opponent was sacrificed 2, led me to go to the king. And then here my king would be caught and he would capture 2 to the king. Miłosz just subscribed. Dziękuję bardzo, Miłosz, za dołączenie do naszego grona obserwujących. Okay, another edge move from my opponent. What can I play? You know what? There is a nice trap after this move. If my opponent tries to go here, 13 to 9, to capture my piece, which at first glance looks as a winning one, then I would sacrifice 3, going to 17, take 2, and take another one, this 9, on the next move. And that could be something tricky, but my opponent saw it maybe. As he didn't let me to do it, and that was maybe not the best choice actually. That's right, because of this move. So I stopped liking my position. Perhaps it is a losing one right now. So it will be like I was supposed to take this draw in the early game. Because now my opponent starts to set traps. And that's a problem for me, of course. But what did we? So if he only had a chance to get to a king, despite the fact that he loses more pieces than he gains, he just took it. He just sacrificed 3 to get to a king. Okay, so I have 1 checker more. And that gives me some winning options. Okay, he is waiting, I'll wait as well. So my job will be to at least try to improve the position of my checkers. So I just want to go with my king to 7. To limit this one, 21 out, that's right, it goes that way. If he is going to play from one corner to another, then I will set a trap for him. So my plan is to develop this 4 to 11 and to hide this king from 7 to 4. And there will be a loop waiting for my opponent's king. It will take some time, but I will finally do it. Okay, he changes his plan, and actually it's a good idea, you know. Let me attack it, because now there are 2 options. He will leave this line, or he will get to 25. And if he goes to 25, then it means that I can just push forward those checkers. If I would have a chance to... Okay, and now it will be good for me to exchange, because that way I open this line, he takes and I take. And as you can see, I moved forward, this is my checker, to 19, across the double line. And I have a big chances of creating a second king, which would be crucial in this position. I go forward, he can't attack to 12, because then I will go with my king here to 30, and there is a way to capture my opponent's king, and I win this game. And he surrendered already. 14 points, and let's go, 9th place. Okay, 14 points, another 2. coming to my account, so it's 14 against 2 points collected by my opponent so far. Cześć prezes, siemaneczko XYZ, witam cię serdecznie. So love game, so how was finally your game? Did it end in a draw? I know some people has followed the stream, and sorry that I didn't see the notification about that, but thank you very much for hitting this follow button and joining our community on those channels, because we are live, just to remind you, on Twitch, Checkers Online TV, and on YouTube, checkersTV. Growing channel. Marek, who the avant? Good evening, panie prezesie. I tym samym mógłbym odpowiedzieć. Witam serdecznie. Już koniec wyjazdów służbowych? Czy jeszcze w trakcie? What to play now? My opponent tries to go forward, and this guy is from San Marino, so he has played. He has won 7 games, and his elo is 9. Okay, this I'm looking wrong way. So he won 4 games, and his elo is 1188. San Marino. And after those first moves, I can see already that he knows how to play. He knows how to play, so I must attack it perhaps. Koniec wyjazdów. No to się cieszę, mam nadzieję, że owocnie. Jak forma dzisiaj? Na razie 2 remisy z jednym zawodnikiem z Izraela i z Natalią. To my English speaking viewers, sometimes I use Polish language as I'm from Poland, and I hope you will accept it and forgive me for that, but most of the time, of course, I am using English language, and my opponent, who has played strongly till now, perhaps forgot about this simple threat. So now it is easily winning for me. I don't get it. You know, if someone is not seeing such simple combinations but plays strategically amazing, and that was that game looking like, when he was making extremely good moves, perhaps the best moves in the position. Or maybe you didn't see it, because I can see that the position is refreshed right now. So the question is, if someone plays good strategical moves, it means that that person has just a luck? You know, in drafts, checkers, it's not possible to be a good player if you are good strategically and no, you don't look at the tactics, and the opposite way. You can be the best one in combinations, but if you are not playing strategically good, then you won't be a good player. So it's always, you know, 2 sides of the coin. And this guy was playing strategically great, and then he lost for this 1-4-2 basic combination, the most similar one. Ad infinitum, hello Damian, hello, nice to see you on the chat. So it's time for you, my dear opponent from San Marino, to give this game up. Your opponent offers a draw, no reject, please don't do it. What are the chances that I will agree? That could be a misclick, of course, or maybe I just could have a nice game, nice day. But don't do it that way that you will not be playing till the end of the time, you know. This is the great side of drafts and checkers, and every sport actually, that it teaches you how to lose, because you must lose. Your life is a big part, you know, in a big part is made of losses, different losses, yeah. And of course you must adapt somehow, you must face it. So he played one move and disconnected again. So perhaps he left the application after he knows that he is not drawing this game and he is not winning it, he is losing, so just to feel better about that, he disconnected. But still, it is better than waiting until his time is up, yeah, because there it would be 1 minute and 53 seconds. That would be too much, that would be too much. So I can update the result right now, not to lose time then. So it's 16-2. Okay, so David on the lead. And what is Natalia's place? 12. Natalia has 15 points and I have 16. So I must play faster just to be ahead of her. 50 minutes of this arena is gone and 40 minutes still to be played. Russian opponent again. Let's go. Let's go central, and this is Vo someone Y. Okay, so this one lets me to go to the center. Elo of 1462 and over 1501 games, so much more than me, because now in this account my elo is 2143 and I have 322 victories. And honestly, my elo on the second account I took over 2200, but here it takes me a while to get to this level of elo 2200. There might be some nice combinations already, but will I have a chance to make it or not? So is it working to go to 15 and then to 24? No, it's not, because he takes to 19. He takes to 19 and I take to 41 and he destroys my king 1 for 1. There is another beautiful combination. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 1. The problem is I would be losing one checker after that, but you know, going 1924, then 11-16 and then majority 10-15, it is great because he takes 2 from 11 to 18 to 9, I take 1, he takes from 17 and I go to the king, but this king will be destroyed just 1 for 1, and you know, I really would like to show you that, but it directly brings me to the lost position. So I try to avoid it. After this attack, 27-24, I will be forced to go to 23 perhaps. Perhaps, because otherwise there are combinations waiting, and after this move 25-22, I don't know what to play. So this exchange is something that I should be grateful to my opponent for. I should be grateful, as it gave me the space. Okay, and now I can make this exchange to 4-2. Maybe it was not even necessary to do it right now. Yeah, it was not necessary. But I made it. That was pointless, I can see already. Here? Then maybe it was not pointless. This piece was standing here on 14 in a perfect way. So, if I go here, he goes here to 19, he takes, I take, I exchange, and I will be going to the king perhaps. I hope so. I don't calculate, I just play the fast game. Yeah, you can't avoid me going to the king. So I'm just going further. I'll go here to attack from behind, that's right. I could attack here, 22, here, 17, wherever. Quite a quick victory, 18 points. Next game, let's take a look how many players are playing. So 373 players already. You can see the notification about live stream on Twitch. 18 points, and in the beginning of the stream I wondered if it is a Paraguay flag, and we know right now it is. Paraguay again. Again I mean South America, because I've played today against Uruguay, against Brazil of course, and this time Paraguay. Okay, that's a nice sacrifice. So let me exchange pieces just to try to finish it fast. So this is the easy game, and I don't have many easy games in my competition. I just totally forgot how it is to win such a quick games. Will you go here 15 to 10? Of course you will. Quite a hidden 1 for free. I bet not many players, beginning players, would see it, because you know, if the direction of capturing starts with taking backwards, then it's much more hidden. I was using this avatar as this guy is using before I got my one personalized, the one that you can see. Nice one, right? Twitch live. So I did have 12 characters to point that I am online on Twitch, and this is the nickname that I chose. And this guy is having 2 minutes 30 seconds, and in that position when he has 5 checkers and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3 checkers more and a king more, he starts to think. It's too late. It's too late, my dear. Okay, victory, 12 points, give me another one, give me another one, 32 minutes to go. It did say 12? 20 of course, I don't know what I did say. David again, definitely it is. So the leader of this arena, here it is. You know what, I will play this move. And this is something that I didn't want to play. I wanted something different. Here you say, David? He must go there. It's a kind of position that I don't know what to think about. And he plays so fast. And is it working for him? I don't have a waiting move actually. I must go there. Perhaps this sacrifice 8 to 11 was better. But still, he has chances of making more kings. Than I have. So I must cut this piece. Okay. Okay, if he will be playing that time all the time, I will just try to change tempo and to make this trap for him. That's right, so I changed it and now I can make this attack. So I can't attack it. There is a risk of 1 for 2, so I must exchange it. Quite an interesting endgame it is. I try to be better one thanks to my kings. I hope to get more. I'm trying to check all the threats. Oh, I forgot that after that I catch his king, but I catch his king, but he goes to another king. So that was a deserved draw for David. And I'm glad he didn't surrender because he used to do it. So, 21 against 3. Ukraine! That was an endgame definitely to win, so I'm losing some points that I should not be losing. But what can I do? Okay, another guy that lets me to attack in the central part of the board. Now I'm controlling two important squares and he exchanges me this one. Of course, this is always a bit risky because you uncover this free square. Okay, his elo is 18-3. So probably he knows how to play. Immediately this attack. Is that an option? He wants to develop this number 4 perhaps. So I won't be moving further. I'll just let him to make this exchange. And 4 is coming to play, that's right. So it's a symmetrical almost position. And the one about maneuvering probably. Okay, if you go here, then I will try to move forward to see what happens. And play here. That would be something. Okay, my opponent did not have a possibility of playing here, 7 to 10 of course. And that way it gives me some chances. And finally, one of the combinations that I have prepared is working. This 2 for 3. So that's the reason why you should build formations. 2 for 3, the choice of jumping. Here. I think it works. It should work. And what will you answer? My dear Ukrainian friend, user somehow. 631 victories. The guys are playing that many games and they are not setting the nickname. So they are playing with just user nickname, the basic one. There is nothing to play, you must play something like that, lose a piece. And lose a game probably. Because how you can play such end games with big losses? He chooses to play there, which is a bit worse actually. Because he should try to place my checkers in the central part of the board. That will be won soon, I guess. He must escape this line. No point of playing that. Over. No move to make. Because of this capturing sequence. Okay. 8th place, Natalia. The same number of points for Natalia Sadowska. Okay, let's play fast. So today I played 3 draws and I won 10 games, but the first one was not the just one, because my opponent just lost on time, not lost on time, but disconnected in a draw position. Andorra Lavella this time. 1298, okay, let's go. Isn't the guy that has beaten me last time? Don't know. Mam Dawida, remis Dawidku, no to chyba dobrze, nie? To chyba dobrze, Danek. Gratki. Trochę widzę, pogrywasz i miło, że ze swoimi przeciwnikami tutaj na czacie kontakty nawiązujesz. To jest najlepszy dowód w takim razie remis z Dawidkiem, że chyba przestał używać proga. To bardzo dobrze. I was thinking of setting this combination 27 to 23 to my opponent, to not to let my opponent to attack to 24, but there was another attack 6 to 9, then I was losing, so I did have to resign from this possibility. But the idea itself was really nice. And I think it would be possible to make it. So if he attacks again and then exchanges 7 to 10, then perhaps he will have even better position because of locked pieces in my one. There you say, huh? He takes forward and it makes me forced to this exchange 2 for 2. And that will be an interesting position, 5 against 5. He plays quite good, but that was a huge mistake. How you can lose a game in just one move, because he can't go 16 to 19 because there is this threat 1 for 2 waiting, and now he just lets me to control with this one checker 2 of his. And that way simply I make this 1 for 2 and win the game. So you can play a great game till the very end of the game, but until it's not finished, then it's not finished. And you must be careful to the very last move. And it's done. If you wanted to go to the king, you had to sacrifice this piece. And Natalia is 2 points ahead of me. She's not analyzing games, so she is collecting more points once she has the time. Natalia again. Okay, so this game I must win. This game against Natalia I must win. This game definitely I must win, and this is the exchange that she likes to make. Because only by winning against her I will be able to chase her. She is choosing to play that move such easily. And what do you think about this position? This is something where you should calculate. So she will attack or she will play 30-28, because there are no other moves possible, because if she goes to 28 and I attack, she goes 19-15 and makes, and that way we make exchanges. And she would get some space. I prefer my position, of course, but everything can happen in such positions. So she attacks. That forces me to defend, and perhaps she will go further, 19-15. That is right, and if I can go to 20 or not. Or maybe just exchanging will be good. Natalia. There is even this move 6-10 to consider. But I'll decide to cover this gap. She goes to 22, going 14-17, that would be a draw. 2 for 3, she takes here to 23, I go to 19, she takes to 9, I go to 26, she goes to 5. That's a draw. That could be risky, but I'll try. Do you think I can take it? Or you just don't believe in me? But it's the important tempo that I have after playing this to 20. I think it is possible to win it against Natalia. So that's the reason perhaps why she started to think. There is 10 minutes and 30 seconds of this arena left. I hope you are holding your fingers crossed for me to beat world champion. That would be the 3rd week in a row beating Natalia, so it is something. It's a great chance to play against Natalia or you, Damian. I'll promote your lives. Thank you very much, I hope you will do it. Feel free, of course. We just try to bring you the best value of international checkers drafts content, and I'm really happy that you appreciate that and want to share to your friends, family, etc. So dear Natalia, you have only 12 seconds left. You must decide, and probably you don't see how to follow that game. Okay. So So I will attack it, because why not? So now I have one more to go there. Is it working or not? Is it winning or not? Hell no, it's a draw. Hell no. Hell yeah, I caught Natalia, and I beat her, come on, and I'm in front of her. So it is. I did have opportunity to catch her king, I didn't see it. 27 points. So we have 3 weeks in a row with beating Natalia on the stream. It's an achievement. Okay, but still, I must win another game. We have 7 minutes left. Convertiblex, you're not bothering me, but I don't need such services. I'm just good as it is. Ukraine opponent. Okay, let's go. So this guy, whoa, has 4,322 victories and elo of 1456. Good game, ad infinitum, thank you very much. That was a good game actually. Perhaps it was possible to win against Natalia earlier, but anyway, that was definitely a game that I played until the victory. That was strategically well played, yeah, from this opening that she chose. Gleb, hello, you can win by one move. But against who? Against who? Oh, perhaps you mean the game earlier I played against Natalia? That was possible. That was definitely possible. That was something that I missed, and maybe my opponent will now miss going there. But he is not missing. Okay, so here is the power of center, because I will just make this double exchange and perhaps I will just break through in the middle of the board. Like here. And here. So this is how I control the central part of the board, and there is no way I think that my opponent can stop me. So after this one I have this simple one for two victory. Previous game. So previous game was against Natalia, Gleb, you mean, yeah? Gleb Ushakov, ladies and gentlemen, one of the co-founders of checkersTV, is here on the stream. It's really nice to see you here, Gleb, because I don't remember that I saw you before, so it's really nice. And we are trying to do our best to promote drafts all over the world, and checkers as well, of course, because checkers is in American English and drafts is in British English. And according to that, on Wednesday, let me remind you, we'll see the great video, another video that will run our channel of the blocks, and David is leading still, my place is 8th, and Natalia has 27 points, so she is playing still her game. Ladies and gentlemen, so my score right now is 29 points, and Belarus, so it will be this DT guy that I play on all the time. No, this is the Victor guy perhaps. But I was beating him as well, but I lost one game maybe to him, or I played a draw. Yeah. You know how it is. Many times that you play against same opponents, they have just the best openings for them that they play all the time, and he gives me the possibility of locking his central position with my scissors, or how to call it. And what to play? Maybe this one I try. So let me display Glib as well on the screen. So this is not exactly how I wanted to exit from the opening of this game, because he is getting better position now. He can attack, for example, I must cover it, and he can exchange it here or just attack 15 to 18. So it created me some problems, but right now I don't know if the continuation chosen by my opponent is the best one. So now he gives me some moves to play, some space. How much time do we have till the arena ends? 2 minutes and 5 seconds, so it won't be easy to finish that game on time. So it brings us to quite symmetrical position. And who will be the winner and how? Okay, I'll try to go here and attack it from behind maybe. Okay. If you try to avoid it that way, then I think I have winning position. So I force you to lock or to sacrifice a piece. It looks like a winning one, definitely. The question is if I will do it just in time. I hope my opponent surrenders before the time runs out. Okay, I must play this move. "29 seconds. I think I won't make it. I think he will not surrender. He offers a draw. And you know what? Despite the fact that I'm having a winning position, we have just 15 seconds to the end, and I must accept it. It's painful, but that was the way. What? She won 2 games? Such quick way? What? She is in front of me? Come on, no, it's not fair. It's not fair, ladies and gentlemen. Easy win. That was an easy win, that just like Glib says. Ladies and gentlemen, so finally there were 491 players. Let me see again. Claim rewards, 340 coins, ranking. So I finished in 9th place and Natalia is 8th. And this Israeli guy that I played against is winning the tournament. David is on the 2nd place Even someone perhaps on the third place. Then we have Brazil, Portugal, Brazil, Belarus, Poland, Italy, United States, Ukraine, France, Kazakhstan. So which stan it was? Not Uzbekistan. Oh, it's Azerbaijan it is. 16th place, yeah. Brazil, Ukraine, Poland. How many Polands there? Angola, Kenya maybe? Don't remember this flag. Mexico. And what else do we have? Great Britain we do have here, another Africa, but I don't know this country. This is Venezuela maybe, or Colombia? Or something in the South America. You can see how many players finally did play this competition. Ladies and gentlemen, that was, of course, as always, streaming and playing checkers drafts with you is always a pleasure, and was that way. Don't forget that on Wednesday you will see on the checkersTV channel a great video about chess and checkers, and will be really nice. The whole script is ready and I'm finishing editing it. It takes a lot of time, but it's one hell great video, and don't forget to subscribe, to follow, just not to miss it, because it will be extremely important. And of course, don't forget to follow Twitch channel Checkers Online TV, and thank you for playing. Have a good evening, have a good night, and I see you during another stream. So have a good night and see you on the next one. My name was Damian Reszka and I was your host. Meanwhile, bye bye.